Good evening. My name is Swami. I am from India. I work as a project manager in a company here. Okay, I don't have any questions, but the way you talk and the way you have knowledge, I cannot appreciate because I am very young in age. I am grateful that you have come here to Saudi Arabia and I had a very good chance to listen to your lecture. Though daily I listen to your lecture for about 2-3 hours in the Peace TV, which has become my routine because I don't listen to any other speakers except Dr. Zakir Naik. When somebody else comes, I switch on to MBC TV. So I am grateful that there's opportunity for me to come live and sit in a front row here, and they have given a space to in front row. I'm grateful to the organization and the organizers and to you also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother Swami, and thank you for testifying that there are many non-Muslim viewers, and I know that, mashallah, the Peace TV is watched by many non-Muslims, and there were complaints from people, some of the non-Muslims here, abroad, in UK, in USA, that though our Peace TV has got about 75% English and 25% Hindi Urdu, called as Hindustani, because of that, those who understand English only, they say, what is this Urdu coming in between? You can't understand. Those who understand only Urdu, they say, what is this English coming in between? So we had this complaint for a long time, and as Dr. Ahmed ibn Saifuddin told you earlier, that inshallah in the month of June, we are going to launch a new channel by the name of Peace TV Urdu. Urdu means it will be Hindi, Hindustani, so that our main channel Peace TV will be 100% English inshallah, and this channel would be 100% Urdu. It will be launched on the same Intelsat 10 on a bigger bandwidth inshallah. So here, this part of the world, 75% of the world population can see both the channels. Peace TV, main, that's in English, and Peace TV Urdu. And for people like you, we are seeing to it that because I speak English also and Urdu also, the programs of mine will not overlap. When I'm speaking on the English channel, I won't be speaking on the Urdu channel. When I speak on the Urdu channel, I won't speak on the English channel. Anyway, on average, I come only 17% of the times because I don't want to overshadow, though I know that I've given many lectures. So as a policy, we have kept it that I should not appear on the channel for more than 17%, so that we want the world to have a variety of the speakers, many du'as that we have from throughout the world. And that's the reason we had the Peace Conference in 2007 in English. Last year we had in Urdu. And again this year, inshallah, we are going to have in English the Peace Conference from 30th October to the 8th of November 2009, inshallah.
Thank you. Can we, from the women's section, we need from mic number 3, any sister there waiting in line?
Assalamu-alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Now, some of our sisters have got some questions. The first question is, the Quran tells us not to befriend, not to make friends with the kafirs, not to befriend them. Now, how true is that? Are we not allowed to befriend them? Or is it just that we don't trust them, but we can befriend them, we can talk with them like acquaintances? So what is the truth about this?
Thank you.
Sister has asked a question that does the Quran say that we should not befriend non-Muslims? Can we be acquaintance? What the Quran says in Surah Al-Imran chapter 3, verse number 28, is that don't take for protectors unbelievers in preference to believer. Where it comes for taking as protectors, then the Quran says that if you have a choice between a believer and unbeliever, take believers, that's it. As far as keeping friendship, acquaintances, there's no problem. You can mix with the non-Muslims, but I always have a question that when you have non-Muslim friends, see it a point that when there is friendship between two human beings, either you're influencing him or her, or she or he is influencing you. You can't say nothing is happening. So if you have non-Muslim friends, see to it that you're influencing her or him the way I spoke today. Don't insult them, but talk to them about commonalities and get them closer to the truth of Almighty God. But if you keep friendship and they are influencing you more, then you may deviate away from the truth. So when you have non-Muslim friends, very well, you can mix with them, speak with them, but see it a point that you should do dawah with them. speak the message of truth so that they come to the right path. If you don't, then you may deviate from the right path. So keep friendship, keep acquaintances, but important is that you do dawah with them. Hope that answers the question, sister.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else on the ladies' floor?
Yes, it's me.
All right, one more, please.
On behalf of my sisters.
Okay.
The second question is, the sister says, I have heard that clapping and whistling used to be a form of worship in the pagans or some other religions. Now, and similarly, birthday celebrations. Now, what is your opinion? What is the proper opinion on these? Are we supposed to participate in these kind of rituals? Can we clap and can we whistle? Anything is wrong with celebrating birthdays?
Sister, if you had heard the rules of the question and answers, I always prefer that first the non-Muslim should ask the question. And if Muslim is asking the question, ask the question on the topic. These questions on fiqh and masail you can ask to the ulmas and sheikhs. I am a specialist in Islam and comparative religion. Not that I cannot answer these questions. I am a specialist on Islam and comparative religion. Ask me questions which are unique. You get a heart specialist and ask him that I have a cough, now what to do. Not that I cannot answer these questions, sister. Therefore, I personally prefer first give the opportunity to the non-Muslims. After the non-Muslims have exhausted the opportunity, then the Muslims can ask. And if the Muslims ask, please restrict your question to the topic, dialogue between religions. Since the sister asked the first question, I allowed her to break the rules. Second time, no problem. But see to it that the person who wants to ask the question, let her or him ask directly. I don't prefer chits and I don't prefer via question. I prefer direct. And I am a mashallah, direct I prefer. And when you get direct questions, the questions are better on the topic. These indirect on the chit, behind the scene, behind the direct. So therefore I request all the other mics, please give first a point to the non-Muslims, let them benefit. Muslims can always ask on the email, no problem. After the non-Muslims have exhausted, then the Muslims can ask, but please restrict your question to the topic. The sister asked the question that she has heard that clapping and whistling is a form of worship, and about birthdays, can we celebrate? Quranic verse just say that clapping and whistling is a form of worship. So but natural, in our worship, we cannot clap, we cannot whistle. But what about normal clapping? There are differences of opinions between ulmas. Some of the sheikhs say that clapping is not right. Most of the sheikhs say that because Quranic verse says it's a form of worship, in worship you cannot clap, you cannot whistle. But otherwise, generally, if it's a culture, as long as it doesn't go against the Quran and Sharia, if it's a gesture of appreciation, best is Allahu Akbar, mashallah, no problem. But clapping will not come in the haram category, it will come in mubah category. Difference of opinion. Most say it is mubah, some say it is haram. If it's an appreciation, no problem. As far as birthday celebration is concerned, again, some sheikhs say that celebrating birthday is haram. Some say it is mubah. I personally feel that celebrating birthday of personalities, especially of religious leaders, etc., it leads to shirk. Celebrating birthdays of Prophet, like whether it be Christmas, celebrating birthdays of religious personalities, it leads to shirk. But celebrating birthday per se, it can be called as makruh, because there's no hadith which says that do not celebrate birthdays. I don't know any hadith. But does say that do not imitate the kuffar. So therefore, celebrating birthdays of religious personalities, I feel it leads to shirk. But celebrating birthdays per se, I would call as makruh, because it leads you away from Islam, like dancing and music, etc. But if someone says, I want to celebrate birthday and give Islamic lecture, I cannot say it is haram. So how you celebrate birthday depends. Some of the scholars say that birthday is haram. Some scholars say that celebrating in the haram way is haram. I personally feel celebrating birthdays of religious personalities or famous personalities and anniversary, etc. is totally haram. It leads to shirk. But celebrating otherwise, Muslims, I say, should not celebrate in our school. It's the rule of the school, not of the Sharia, that you should not celebrate birthday. So I can put any rule in my school being the chairman of the school, which is not against Quran Sunnah. So in my school, the rule is no children should celebrate birthday. But if you ask me as a fatwa in Islam, it is preferable not to do it. It leads you away from Allah and His Rasul. But birthday per se, I don't know if any hadith or Quranic verse says it is haram. So depending upon which scholar do you take the view of. Hope that answers the question, sister.